What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today we are reviving a series from the dead. Yes, that's right, Black Ops 2 Jumps and Spots is returning at least for 1 or 2 episodes. We will be hitting this thing full force when Call of Duty Ghosts comes out. We'll cover every single map, I promise you guys. I already have some ideas, but anyway, we're going to be taking a look at the new map pack today. We're taking a look at Dig, which is a remake of Courtyard from Call of Duty World at War, and this is just one of my favorite maps. I know a lot about it. It's really good for objective game types. And if you know the jumps and spots and tips and tricks to this map, then you're going to have a huge advantage over your enemies. And I figured a lot of you guys probably haven't even played this map in World at War since that game is so old. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, starting off here, this is the top mid part of the map, and this is what kind of separates the map into 4 quadrants. There's a spawn over here, there's this side, there's the other spawn over there, and then there's that side. So, this thing is obviously pretty important, and most people know about the 2 main ways to get up onto it. One is by hopping up on top of these crates and then hopping up from this spawn, or on the spawn on the other side of the map, you can hop up on this generator and then hop up again. So everybody knows about those. Those are pretty obvious. Now, the less obvious ways of getting up here are in each of these cubby holes. So every single one of these cubby holes that are in each corner of this middle part of the map, you can just hop up like this and then hop up again. And that's super, super easy. So if you find yourself in that area, or even if you're outside, like out here, you can just hop up like that, and then you're going to be good to go. You're up top. So that can be pretty useful. Now, also, you can get up top from the middle of the map. So one way you can do this is just by hopping on this generator and then hopping up, and boom, you're up here. Then you can also hop up on this half wall like this, and you're up. Or if you want to hop to this side, hop up on this half wall, turn around, jump across. There you go. You're up top. So those are the primary ways to get up top and just, kind of cheat around. If somebody's trying to take a flag and running it on that side of the map, you can hop up like this, run across, and boom, you can attack them rather than having to run all the way around like this. You're on the ground floor, you don't have a good line of sight, and they're probably already past you. So that's just a quick way to traverse the map. Now, moving on, let's move our way around the outside of the map. We'll cover everything that I know, because there are a lot of good spots and different ways to take cover and have the advantage over enemies. So one is right here. You can hop up right like this and then crouch down, and you can see over this way, if enemies are running a flag or trying to capture your domination point, or doing whatever they have to do. This is just a good defensive spot if you think enemies are going to be coming this way. Now, moving on over here, there's a really good spot to jump over this half wall, because this is pretty important. If you're spawning over here and you're trying to push towards this enemy team spawn, oftentimes you'll find people around this area. Oftentimes somebody will be sitting right here trying to watch you through here, whatever it may be. So rather than trying to have a gunfight around this wall with them like this, being on even terms, what you want to do is just jump up like this, and boom, you can take them out. So nobody ever really expects that. As well as this just works well if you want to check the enemy team spawn, or if you want to see the middle of the map, or do whatever you want to do. So that can be pretty useful. Now, moving on over here, this is another half wall you can jump up on that's very useful, because if the enemy team is spawning on this side, oftentimes you'll see that they have snipers just sitting back here in the spawn, just watching over here, watching the middle of the map, coming over here and watching, if there's an objective down there, doing whatever they have to do. They're camping back here, and you want to take them out. So rather than running up like this and running into a Betty, or, dying from one of their teammates or something like that, what you can do is hop up on this half wall, hop up on the left side, and you've got visual cover from this crate. But then you can move to the right, and oh, you see a sniper. You can take them out. Or keep moving. Boop, you see a sniper. You can take them out. So that is pretty useful. Now, moving on, speaking of being back in this spawn, if you are back in this spawn, the enemy team's pushing you, you want to try to protect an objective or anything. If you think they're coming from this side, what you can do is hop up on these like this, and I just messed that up. I do that all the time. Be careful that you don't double mantle this. But anyway, you hop up on the sandbags, and you have a perfect line of sight with some cover over this thing right here. So that's pretty good. And then also you can do the same thing from the other side if you think they're going to be coming from over here. So that can be pretty useful. Now, moving on over here, this is a very, very, very good spot if you're trying to push this spawn. So let's say you're in an objective mode, or, whatever you want to do. You're pushing this way. You want to get an enemy team spawn, run around this corner, and usually you can get to here without being seen. Now, once you're here, rather than running through this doorway, which is very obvious where everybody's going to see you, or hopping over this wall, which is just as obvious, what you can do is you can hop up on this little wall right here and hop up like this, and then boom, you're here. So you can kind of see into this cubby hole, you can kind of see ADOM, you can kind of see over into the spawn, and if you crouch down, you can actually kind of see over back towards that back ledge where the snipers will snipe. So once you're up here and you don't see anybody, you can hop up like this, and then come up here and you can see a little bit more. As you can see the entire back top spawn. You can see completely into this cubby hole now, and you can start slowly moving your way across here, and you can really just kind of pick people off in their spawn, and then move on, and you've got it taken over. So this spot can be very, very useful. Now, over here, back in this area, this is where like search and destroy bomb plant spots are. I'm pretty sure demolition is here as well. Oftentimes, you'll just find a lot of people holding this down in TDM or, you know, holding down the objective in whatever mode you're playing. So if you're in here and you want to hold it down, you can go like this. You can see over the wall and you can take out people as they come, or you can hop up here and you can actually see over into the enemy team spawn in the half wall as they jump through that. If you're over here and you want to check if people are coming, there's nothing you can actually jump up onto, but you can actually just jump up and check to see if people are going to be running through there, which can save your life sometimes. So it at least prepares you for the gunfight. And then finally, we're back here over towards the spawn where we started, so that completes our entire loop. There's one last thing I want to show you guys more towards the middle of the map that's very useful, especially at the start of a match when you're first rushing, you know, if it's search and destroy or something where your life really matters. What you want to do is if you spawn over here, run through here and get to this area. And this is another building where, you know, usually they won't see you once you get to this point. And rather than just immediately going through here without knowing if people are going to be in there or in the middle of the map or up top or, you know, wherever they are, then what you can do is you can jump up on this wall and then boom, you can see over towards the middle of the map. You can see the top right there. You can jump up and check that cubby area. You can see over here into the spawn. And yeah, you can at least check things out and make sure things are safe before you continue moving on and trying to flank around the enemy. So anyway, there you guys have it. That is my Jumps and Spots episode for Dig or for Courtyard, whatever you're going to call it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you all learned something new. And when you play this map, I guarantee you'll be able to outsmart the enemies now. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Bunch of great videos coming soon. Check out one of the other 2 videos in the screen if you haven't seen them yet. Catch you all later. Peace out.